Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's your boy Six Man K Styles and Mad Mike Sports bringing to you. It is Cooler Talk Monday football conversation of the world. The Six Man K Styles, the Mad Scientist Mad Mike Sports.
We are
2/3
just too sweet.
as you already know. But as we do it here, man, you know, we got to give y'all with that. We can't start a show off without doing what, Mike?
The real
Roll call. And today's roll call is sponsored by High Quality H2O. Stay thirsty, my friends. We ain't gonna worry about it. But today's roll call is gonna go to Joseph Thornton. We got Eric Mack. We got YMO F Jamal. We got the Kings 83. We got Ed J. Noah Tyndale. That is family. Y'all show him some love. We got Nathan Floyd. Michael Walker. Not that Michael Walker. Got one of my personal homies right here, Rakondo, real Falcon fan. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and support that brother as well. We got D. Coleman, Rodney H., Atlanta Nation. We got Elite, Ghost Peppers, and we got Joe Houston. Hey, guess what, y'all? We have a special treat for y'all tonight, man. Y'all didn't think we was going to, like I said, we got something special for y'all tonight. Let's just say we got the LOD in the building tonight. When you say, "Oh, what a rush!" We got the LOD in here. If y'all don't know who the LOD is, it is the Lord of the Discord. J. Rock. Whoa, life. What it do, man? It's a reunion once again.
This is not a joke. This is real. This is actually me. I know it's been a while. This is actually me.
This is
How you feeling, big dog? How you feeling, big dog?
I feel good. It's been a while. I know it has been a long time.
Oh man, bro. Hey, I know we have a topic tonight, but hey, man, since they haven't seen you in a while, man, let these people know, how do you feel about this Falcons offseason and the moves that they made so far, man? The floor is yours, man.
First of all, it's good to be back. This is going to be a good show, by the way. But overall, I think Atlanta's doing some surprising things with the money that they have. Let's see, where do I even start? We all know that our leader, Matt Ryan, is no longer with the team. I'm happy for him as far as starting his new journey because, you know, we got his best years pretty much. A lot of people think that he's going to be on a decline going with the Colts. I think he's going to be the exact same quarterback that he was in Atlanta, just going to be a lot much better. And he just needed a new scenery at that point. And with the signings and everything, based on everything that they've done so far, I think that they're trying to go big as far as D-line, and they're sticking with the guys like Rush. Let's see, who else did they sign? They signed some big boy on the line. Forgot his name. Came from the Bears. They're looking at getting some real toughness on the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball. But for the most part, I think everything is really good. I think the surprising pick to me that I was really like, oh wow, like we're actually like signing people and they're actually doing it, was the Casey Hayward. If I know a lot of people was thinking that, oh man, we need somebody to pair with Terrell. I think I'm not going to really say that Casey Hayward is the perfect pick, but for them to actually know each other, like outside of football, Casey and AJ Terrell, I think that's a perfect fit. I think they're going to gel really well together. That's probably one of my favorite signings throughout this whole offseason. But I like what they're doing. Like, I think this is the most active we've ever been in a long time, and it's much needed. And like I said, we very little money, very little room, little wiggle room, and we just signing folks. So it's the most active I've seen it in a long time. So it's good to see.
Penny pitching like a motherfucker. Oh yeah, we already know.
I just don't know. I'm like I was just like, oh man, like that's a head scratcher. Like Casey Hayward, like whoa.
And then Rashad Evans too. That's another one that everybody is really loving right now.
That's an interesting one. That's a very interesting one. The only reason why I say that is I'm just kind of like question mark, like what are they really doing as far as like our linebacker core? Yeah, we lost Fourier, and then you grab another. Like, I mean, he's a first rounder. I believe he's from Alabama, right?
Mm-hmm. Alabama.
So like, it's just interesting to me. So I'm just trying to figure out like what are they gonna do, because you're gonna have Dion and him lead the way. That'll be freaking awesome. Mix it in with a little Michael Walker. I don't know how they're gonna do this. Tony Wright, what's up, man? What's up, everybody?
Hey man, y'all make sure y'all put y'all pineapples in the damn chat room for your boy J Rock. He thought we forgot. Y'all put y'all pineapples in there, man. Hell Real said you look like Ben Simmons.
Wow. Hey, look. Y'all can call me whatever y'all want, but please, I'm not afraid to score inside the paint. All right.
At least you see it. Exactly.
That's the first time I've actually heard that. I get something new every day. Like I get George Hill.
I've never heard that one before.
Danny Green, and then now I'm Ben Simmons today.
That's a new one. I haven't heard that one.
And then funny story. A lot of people call me Joe Budden or Swizz Beats in high school. So I get it all, man. I get it all.
Hey, it is what it is. Hey, look, at least they call you names of guys that's actually got some clout.
Yeah, that's still relevant. Yeah, I know, right?
It's still relevant somehow.
Oh man, yeah.
But let's see this question here. I'm gonna add. We're gonna save this one for. Now we're gonna hit this one right now because Millie Mill said, "Does Vincent Taylor mean no Jordan Davis?" No, that doesn't mean no Jordan Davis. That just means that they have to replace. They need more veteran. They need more veterans on the defensive line.
Depth, baby,
depth and experience. Because as we see, John Cominsky ain't really getting much playing time, so he doesn't really have experience like that. You still trying to work in Taquan Graham, Marlon Davidson. You still haven't really had a full season with him yet. So really, and then even with Anthony Rush, he doesn't really have as much experience.
I agree.
So
now that already. Oh my gosh, I've seen one I've never seen before.
I've never seen. Man, what's wrong with you?
Oh Lord, he called
all white skinned people look like that.
I'm gonna do this one time and one time only. Since Millie Mills did it. All due respect to Swizz Beats, it's showtime.
What was D. Coleman called you? He called your ass Evan Ross.
That's the one I was talking about.
Wow, Diana Ross.
I know that who I think it
is. He's like, man, I'm about to get paid. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to the night comments, man. I'm definitely loving the engagement already. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe to 6 Man Case Downs on the road to 1K. I am calling it, as well as Mad My Sports on the road to 10K, and he's calling it. And also hit your boy Jay Rock for Life on the Twitch side of the game. He's on the road to 3K, and he doing the damn thing over there. So y'all already know how we do it. So let's get into the first thing tonight. As we wait a minute, hold on. I'd have messed some up. There we go. I didn't pay attention till now. I had the wrong banner on there. Okay. So
I know we're probably gonna save this for later, or if you want me to answer it now. I know they want to know, like, what are my thoughts on, we less than a week away from the draft, so I know they want to know what.
You can go ahead. You can go ahead and do that.
You sure?
Yeah. Because, like I said, they haven't seen you in a while. Let them think what you're going to draft, and then we just gonna go ahead and hit this first topic, man. Go ahead, do your thing.
Well, real quick, I wanna know, y'all probably gonna do a last minute prediction soon, but as of now, like, news pop in and out every single day. Everybody's minds change, opinions change all the time. What are y'all thoughts on, like, right now, like 418? Who do y'all think that? What is Atlanta's biggest need? I'm asking everybody, Mike, K Styles, even in the chat, and then I'll get in my 2 cents.
Every goddamn thing. Nah, but for real, I would say what the biggest need as of now is going to have to be that defensive line and edge rushers. Like you said, as we already know, most of the people are really kind of digging in on Jordan Davis right now, because as far as him being that big guy in the middle, he can help elevate everybody else around him. But then you can also make a case for a guy like Jermaine Johnson, who is like the most complete pass rusher that I've seen that's going in this first round.
Glad you said that.
And then you got the experts saying that we're going wide receiver with Garrett Wilson out of Ohio State. I'm looking like, you do realize that we can get receivers later in the draft, right? Like what OG Sam always say, Mike, 2,200 yards given up on the ground plus 18 sacks for an entire season equals absolute disaster. But defensive line edge rusher is like the most pressing need, I would say.
What you got, Mike?
Do the complete opposite of what Falcons fans want, and that's a quarterback. As much as we talk about edge rushers, I personally believe there's going to be a lot of edge rushers coming in even next year. What I don't like, what I'm saying from experts already, this damn draft is not over with, and they already hyping next year draft. We're talking about this is going to be the best quarterback class in recent history or something crazy like that. I thought, bro, can we get through this draft before y'all start hyping that up? So, like, at the end of the day, I don't. I'm gonna just make it real quick. As much as we do need edge rushers, I think we have adequate rushers already. I don't think people are given AO any respect. He did a great job as a rookie. You got Lorenzo Carter. You have Taquan Graham. Marlon Davis can play some. He can play some edge when he's healthy. You see what he do. Like he has that IQ. I mean, you got to have IQ to be able to catch a pick six. Like, come on, bro. Like, so they have guys, John Kaminsky. So my thing is, I don't want to have to reach for an edge rusher because the edge rusher is not going to be the one that's going to set this defense. And that I tell people this all the time, but what made Baltimore Ravens defense wasn't the pass rush. It was the ability to stop the run first and foremost. It was number one, and they were top 5 for like 5 or 10 years in a row, like some crazy number. They would not allow anybody to run on them. So you had to pass the ball, and with that secondary, they were able to get a lot of turnovers. So the ability to stop the rush for me is number one.
What you got, J. Rod? What you got in store for
Well,
this?
you mentioned the name earlier. Okay, let me start off with this. I think Atlanta's going to have to go with pass rusher. They're going to have to give pass rusher another chance. I know in the past years we had a Vic Beasley, we had a Tag McKinley, but I think they have to try again by going with Jermaine Johnson. And only reason why I say that is with Atlanta going big, the way that they're going, I can see them continuing going big and getting somebody that's 6'4", 6'5", and Jermaine Johnson. I think the only thing about Jermaine Johnson that may question a lot of people is his rushing defense. It may not be so good, but I think he can still, get your team at least 10 sacks a season, like alone. But I think probably the run defense might be something he might need to work on. But I do think Jermaine Johnson is a perfect pick because he used to play for Georgia and then he went to Florida State. So I do see that actually happening, and I think it's probably the best decision to go with him. I don't see us going wide receiver, really, honestly. And I know everybody wants Jordan Davis. I just don't see that happening. I don't think we're going to get him that high. I feel like he's going to fall in the later rounds. I just don't know why. I just have an urge feeling. But I will be surprised if we get Jordan Davis at 8. I would be really surprised. But I think the perfect pick for the situation, we need somebody like Jermaine Johnson at 6'5", and he's really good. So I don't see why not grabbing him.
Okay, I like that take. But like you said, at the end of the day, everybody know damn well we need some help on the defensive line in general.
Just
in there.
Mm-hmm.
Because my motto and all of our mottos is if the player that you want, what's the plan B and what's the plan C?
Yeah, I think that should be definitely the idea,
right,
going into the draft, because the last couple of seasons we've gone offense. So, like I said, now is the time to get edge or some type of defense, especially with this class that's coming in, and we just can't let the pass bite us in the ass. Like I said, the Tag McKinley, the Vic Beasley, that's all gone now. We have to. I'm willing to take another chance by getting an edge rusher in the first round.
J-Rock, do we really have a chance?
Have a chance in what?
I'm talking about just an edge rusher. Nobody stops. We don't have a choice but to keep getting, like, this is the draft. We're going to have to get any edge rusher, period.
Yeah, we're going to have to get loaded. And the reason why, like Mike, I understand you 100%. We do have AO, but Lorenzo Carter, I'm not really sold. I feel like if we get more depth in just that position as a whole, I think we'll be fine. But I just think we still need more depth, because I think after AO, it's like Vaunters. And then I don't know who else is left in the depth chart. So it's like I think we need to load up on defense. Don't matter who it is. I think our linebacker core has always been a lot of people don't pay attention to this. Atlanta has always had a good 3 linebacker core out of nowhere. They always had that. Like, I think we need to just go a whole different approach. Like, yes, we got Michael Walker, Deion Jones, and then we got Rashad Evans now. That's cool. But we always had that. We need to go load up on the ends. Like, if we talk about history, like, who do we have? We had Curtis Lofton, Mike Peterson, and Steven Nicholas at the same time, and then we had Sean Witherspoon. It's like we always had a good linebacker core. We know we can get linebackers easily. We know they can play, but it's just like, what are we doing for the ends? the last good pass rusher that we had is by default is John Abraham.
Vic Bees was very good. We just didn't have
Yes,
nothing.
I will agree. I will agree with that, but I feel like he needed a buddy, and Atlanta tried to do that in the past. And we already know this with Ray Edwards. They tried that to pairing up with John Abraham. It didn't work. That man just literally
They
walked in
actually
there.
had a good rotation. They went away from it. They had a good rotation. They had Claiborne, they had Freeney, they had Tack, and they had
you see what I'm saying?
But they went away from it. So like I said, I don't disagree. My thing is my only thing with this draft is it really gonna help this defense? Because getting the edge rusher, because why I'm saying this because is a edge rusher really going to help? Is a defensive tackle really going to help if we still have the same issues on the offensive side of the ball? We don't have a running back. We don't have a consistent offensive line to keep that offense, the running game going. My thing is balance, man. And I think we get so caught up in getting these pretty skill positions. And me personally, I call a edge rusher a skill position. So you can, I think you can load up on those skill positions in the middle rounds. So me personally, like if I need a clear number one in this draft, and that's what I'm afraid of. I don't see a clear number one edge rusher in this draft. I don't think Aiden is it. I love Jermaine Johnson's ability to, like, he has a variety of moves that I love. That's what I love most about. So if you talk about the best edge in this draft, I think it is Jermaine Johnson. But how is going to come back? Like, if we take Jermaine Johnson at 8, what's the next course of action? Because if we turn around and get a safety after we get Jermaine Johnson, does it really help the team?
So to answer that, because at first, before this draft started or anything, my ideal person that we should get if he falls, which I don't see him falling, he might. I don't know, but my eyes was always on Kyle Hamilton. But in this point, we don't really need a safety. But I would love to have somebody like him. Only reason is I don't know if he's going to be starting. Is Eric Harris still going to be our starter, or is it going to be like Jalen Hawkins?
I think it's going to be Eric Harris.
Ain't no way.
We don't know.
DNP is not going to let a rookie. He don't let rookies, especially in the secondary, start. Like he did this same thing to Richie Grant. He didn't let Richie Grant really start until like
I'm glad you said that.
4th or 5th game or something like that.
And here's the thing. The only reason why I changed my mind about Kyle Hamilton because of all the moves and stuff that we made in our secondary. Like they're thinking about putting Richie Grant in the slot. Like he took place for Oliver and they might move Oliver back. So that's why I was like, okay, maybe we don't need a safety. And then you sign a person like Casey Hayward and it's like, okay, I think I see where they're going. Here's my thing though. And this goes back to what we had in the past. Like we had decent corners in the past. We had Alfred, we had a Trufant, and then our only suspect was what is our defense, like our edge, basically the whole, just getting pressure overall. So I think if you load up on defense this year the right way, I feel like we can get away. I feel like this team can get by. If we draft, here's what I'm gonna say: if we draft correctly, draft right. And these are really good picks. I really think Atlanta is going to be really better than we thought they would be. I think they're going to be like a little bit of surprise, like almost like a sleeper, like a really sleeper. Like if everything is done the right way. So I would say load up on defense, for the first few rounds. Then, like you said, Mike, you can find a wide receiver somewhere in the middle somewhere. Like we have Bird. I see Bird being used as like a returner.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe mixed up in the offense somewhere. But because right now, I see right now, wide receiver wise, we going with the Hodge kid. He's tall as heck. I see him being that, that Mike Jenkins, like that tall target. Oh, I'm sorry, like a Brian Ferentz, just a basic big target. Not no other than Kyle Pitts. We already know what Kyle Pitts is going to do. I just think that the best thing is going for an edge. Just try edge one more time. And if Dean Pease can move people around and put them in the right spots, I feel like he'll be a success. I just think that the only thing that questions me about Jermaine Johnson, I mean, I did see somebody put in the comments saying that his run defense is pretty good, but that's college. Like I seen videos of him he was kind of struggling a little bit, but I do see him being an Atlanta Falcon for sure.
But hey, man, that was good talk on that one. So let's go ahead and get into what the topic is tonight, and that is Matt Corral. As we already know, with Matt Corral, we've hearing that he's supposedly supposed to be visiting the Falcons today. Well, this week, not today, but this week, and the Saints. And there's reports going around that they're saying that the Falcons look like they are heavily tied into Matt Corral. I want to go ahead and get y'all takes on that. So, don't nobody speak all at once. Whoever want to get their take on that one first, y'all go right ahead.
Go ahead, K Styles.
Oh no! I'm trying. Well.
Look, goddamn it, I'll go. Shit.
Yeah. Goddamn, we gotta switch the order up, man. We gotta switch the order up sometimes.
Oh wow, that's the name I forgot right there. Wow, you guys are good. I love you guys in the chat. You guys are good. I forgot about that person.
I'm trying to be good, man. I'm trying to be a sport about this and like really think about the positives of, because if you're gonna get Corral, like you're gonna have to trade down. You got to be the stupidest motherfuckers alive to pick him at 8. Let's just keep it. If they do that, they've lost me already, because we're right back to where we were. We're putting the carrots before the horse. Like, you don't do that. Like, you don't have the necessary weapons on either side of the ball to make sure that this young kid is going to have the necessary weapons to make sure that he's the greatest that he could be. And that goes against completely what Dean Pease stated last year, is that he doesn't want to put these young kids' careers at jeopardy before they even have a chance. So if you're going to do that and preach patience, then the Falcons, Terry Fontenot and Arthur Smith look like complete hypocrites. You don't have weapons. You cannot continue to rely on a second-year tight end / wide receiver who still needs to brush up on his route running. Kyle Pitts is a great player, but I saw last year that he definitely needed to work on his route running. You can't continue to be Randy Moss and Moss everybody and be the biggest. Like, at some point, you're going to have to learn how to, be a receiver at some point. And we know that we can't goddamn Look, we can't rely on goddamn Mike Davis to be our running back, okay? We can't rely on Quadri Olison. We can't rely on Huntley and Damian. We can't rely on those guys to just carry a rookie. Who the hell do we think we are if we're going to draft a quarterback at 8? Well, those weapons. You look stupid. And like I said, there's no way that you can take a young quarterback in the first round when you don't have the necessary one. We don't have a Julio. We don't have a Calvin Ridley. We have a young Kyle Pitts who's supposed to carry this offense. That's what we're talking. That, like, I have no issue with taking a quarterback, but if a quarterback's going to be taken, let's take him in the second round. Because I know for sure that we at least with those second and third picks, we're going to get some edge guys. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to set a young quarterback for failure because this offense, we don't know if this offense is going to be good enough, bro. Like, let's keep it real. This ain't Matt Ryan. This not led by Matt Ryan anymore. It's by Marcus Mariota. And do we know for certain that he is going to be good? It can be average, but if you're going to draft a quarterback, like I said, it's wasting money because now you don't spend money on bringing Mariota in when you could have added a defensive guy. You could have added a wide receiver with that money. And like I said, it's just waste of money if you go after a quarterback. I know that was long, but I just don't want to ruin a young quarterback like Green Bay is ruining Jordan Davis, Jordan Love. It's like he's just doing nothing in Green Bay, and now he's a first-round pick, and then you look at his career, it's like, what is he going to be? Nobody knows. He's just sitting there.
And I say it like this. I feel like I wouldn't say it's so much of a smoke and mirror, but like I said, they necessarily didn't say that it was going to be at 8. Hell, to be honest with you, we don't even know if the Falcons going to be picking at 8.
At 8, right?
Because at how a lot of this stuff is going, well, I'm gonna take that back. It could be one of those bait and switch type of things where it's like somebody might fall in love with a guy like a Matt Corral. It'd be like, hey, we thinking about Matt Corral. You ready to get him draws up for him? Pittsburgh, Washington.
I like Corral. I think he has the right. He has the tools. I don't think we have a very talented offense at all. I just keep it 100. It's CP and Kyle Pitts. That's it. That's not good enough for a rookie quarterback.
Right. And I know I seen somebody say, well, Zach Wilson and Trevor Lawrence got picked. They had no weapons beforehand. And do you see what type of season they had as rookies? Yeah, now it's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee that they'll still have those struggles with the second year. But if you watched NFL history, you know how sometimes when you put rookies in situations where it's not looking good, it can hurt somebody's confidence real quick.
Sam Darnold. Perfect example.
Was one of them.
Josh Rosen.
Josh Rosen. David Carr? Like I said, you don't want to start your quarterback off in a bad situation. This is why we've been harping for build the trenches, build the team the right way, because once you do bring, and be honest with you, I don't think the Falcons franchise quarterback is coming out next year anyway. So use these 2 years to build this team up. You don't necessarily have to have an elite quarterback to win games. We've seen that happen too. And they'll be a lot cheaper in the long run if you build that team like that. And shout out to Utah Sports. He's in the chat as well. Y'all make sure y'all show some love. I seen his name up here earlier, and I was supposed to did it, but I was doing something else. So shout out to Utah Sports in here, man. But
I made a video on taking Jermaine. Like if I'm going to take, so like I said, I agree with you 100% as far as Jermaine because I think he's the most NFL pro ready edge in his draft. I don't think, and I know my boy Dunn gonna kill me for saying this, but I don't think Aiden, I don't think Hutchinson, I don't think a lot of those guys, he scares the hell out of me. Thibodeau, he got a lot of quit in him. He got a lot of punk bitching. I'm gonna just say it like that. He got a lot of punk bitch. If I'm not gonna get a single coverage, I'm gonna quit. Like I see a lot of that in his game.
Bro, the Detroit Lions organization said they want nothing to do with Thibodeau.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that for a second. Think about that.
Mm-hmm. He got a lot of punk in him.
But you got to think about it. It makes sense. It makes sense for the Texans to get a player like that because, I mean, look, who they dealt with. They had a crazy nut like Brian Cushing on their team, so wouldn't surprise me. So
you say Thibodeau to the Texans?
Honestly, why not? I mean, they haven't had a good pass rusher since J.J. Watt, and even before that, you can say Mario Williams.
Right.
That was hard.
But yeah, that's why. Yeah, because if you actually closely watched, if you take away the high, and this is the one thing we have to look at too. We can't just look at highlights. We have to look at full game footage. And if you pay attention to Thibodeau, that dude, like I said, the problem with that dude is he doesn't bring the same energy against the run like he do against the pass. And what a lot of the teams are looking for with these top edge rushers, they're looking for guys that bring it on all downs. This is what I've seen. So, like I said, to agree to disagree, but I use my eyes, bro.
That's why I think
explosive.
That's why I think overall, like if Atlanta is wanting to continue to go big, Jermaine Johnson has to be the one. If not, I know we talked about this before. You know, you guys said Jordan Davis. If they want to go big, they want to choose somebody big. That's just, you know what I'm saying? We don't need to go for any more small pass rushers. Like we're over that now. We got to go for somebody much heavier.
But yeah, like I said, even if they don't, like, let's just say they don't go with a Jordan Davis, that's not the end of the world now.
Nope.
People.
Mm-hmm.
You still got Travis Jones. You still got John Ridgeway. You still got Neil Farrell. You still got Fadarius Mathis out here. You still got DeMarvin. I always get his name wrong. Leal. Yeah, I'm so used to saying DeMarvin Neal. I'm like, nah, that ain't his name. But
I got Trayvon Walker too. He's still. I do think he might get picked early, but I don't know.
His problem is he got to develop that pass rush game. He good against the run though, from what I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
You guys wanted my opinion on this Matt Corral thing?
What happened now?
You're talking about Matt Corral quarterback.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. I thought you said Matt. I thought I said who the hell? I was like, wait a minute. Yeah.
What I say, Corral, whatever.
No, you said Matt Corral. I thought you was talking about the other Matt Corral, the one that said he's no longer a Falcon. I thought you were talking about that one.
Right. I mean, with Matt Corral, like Mike said, we wouldn't want to waste his years being in Atlanta, especially with the line issue that we're having. I'm not really sold on him because I do recall a game last year, or 2 games, where he threw at least 11 picks within the 2 games. Like, I'm not sold on him, like, at all. I feel like he makes small like he doesn't make good decisions while he's on the run, and most of his passes on the run are not really that accurate. But if you guys want to look it up, I believe it was I'm sorry, was it 2021 or I think it was 2020. Yeah, it had to been 2020 or 2020. He threw a pick, 5 picks against Arkansas for sure. I do remember that, and I think it was another team. I can't think, but nah, man, like I don't know. I wouldn't want a quarterback at that at 8. Not at all.
Right.
But 2020, look it up. Not sold. That is not a big need right now. Like you guys got Mariota obviously for scheme right now, so don't do that to Matt Corral at all. Because if he made horrible decisions those 2 games, just imagine if he did that with no damn line.
Right. But yeah, like you said, the one thing is, and we know with all these quarterbacks, like you said, you really don't have a sure thing at quarterback for the next couple years. I mean, I heard Mike earlier said they said this next quarterback class for next year is supposed to be one of the best of all time. Like, where the fuck is you seeing this shit at? Because I don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not a guarantee that Bryce Young gonna have the same year he had last year. It's not a guarantee that CJ Stroud gonna have the same year as last year. Because if I remember correctly, this year's quarterback class, the number 1 prospect that was supposed to came out this year, playing at South Carolina for this upcoming college football season.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a guarantee that Bryce Young is the guy for this team. That's why I said I don't give a damn about drafting a quarterback right now. Like I said in the video I did before, that I did with the Kyler Murray video, where Cat Williams said, "Can we just date a president? Can we just date quarterbacks?" I go through them quarterbacks just like, okay, whatever, boom, 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 boom. Build everything around it. Then once you feel comfortable with everything you got around it, then draft the quarterback.
Buffalo built the defense before when they got Josh Allen, they had built the foundation with their defense, so they could take the chance and draft a quarterback and put weapons around him slowly. That's why Buffalo is in the position where they are now, and that's the point. Like, we don't have a solid defense. We don't have great weapons. I mean, I doubt Calvin Ridley is coming back. I mean, there could always be a change of heart as far as the Falcons are concerned. Nothing is impossible. But I just don't want to put a rookie quarterback in position, because we never did that to Matt Ryan. We never did that to Mike Vick. Those guys had solid defenses and they had a solid run game built around them. They brought in. They already had. As a matter of fact, when was T.J. Duckett brought in? They drafted T.J. Duckett. They brought in Warwick Dunn. So they had guys. They had Ove Mughaley. They brought him in to be the fullback for Mike Vick. They brought in Algernon, Darius Crumpler, Peerless Price, the Roddy White. Like, they brought in these weapons for the Norwood. So they had these guys around Vic. You know what I'm saying? They already had a defense. So why would the Falcons start now? All right, we don't have any weapons, and that's no disrespect to the great CP, but he's 32, 33 years old. I don't want to have to rely on a 32-year-old wide receiver / running back and a second-year tight end and Kyle Pitts consistently. That's just not that's not fair to the young guy. And like I said, that's my thing. It's not fair. Even with Baltimore, when they brought in Lamar, they already had the defense. They already had consistent running game. They had a great offensive line.
Okay. And I would say we'll go ahead and get to a few of these comments. I see that big ass thing you put. Blame the run pass.
Why these quarterbacks ain't worth shit? I knew this you go get it. That's why these quarterbacks ain't worth a crap because they run pass option. That's where the NFL is going. I hate it, but that's where the NFL is going. Yeah. They're not teaching these quarterbacks how to be leaders and actually read defenses anymore. It's like look to the sideline, see what I'm doing, look at this position, see what they're doing, and then we're gonna make an adjustment based on what this position is doing. Not teaching them how to actually look at all levels of the defense.
Yeah, because we have to remember, and I know Patrick Mahomes is like the main example everybody likes to use as far as quarterbacks. But you have to remember when Patrick Mahomes got drafted, that was a 12-4 football team he got drafted to.
Mm-hmm.
That team was not terrible. They was in the playoffs. And then they made the playoffs the very next year. The year he got drafted. So they could take a chance with that. They already had Tyreek Hill. They already had Travis Kelce. They already had Chris Jones. They already had all these players already set. And let me see, get a couple of these questions in. Would y'all be mad at Gardner Minshew as a backup?
Why?
Really?
He can go start for. He can be a starter for another team.
His name is Gardner Minshew. That's why. And he looked like a ex-porn star. That's why they want him.
It's the mustache, man.
It's the mustache.
That is.
It's not mustache. It's mustache.
Mustache.
In his case, it's mustache. The new drop here said we should bring in Fitz Magic and get him. To the
no.
Why would y'all do that to him, man?
No.
No.
But let me ask y'all something. Before we get to the next topic. Is it kind of funny that while we having all this quarterback talk, that you have a quarterback, and Devontae brought this up a while back ago, so shout out to Devontae. He brought this up. You had an undrafted free agent quarterback that was on a 3 to 4 year deal. Kind of interesting to think about that, huh?
Oh, say that again. I'm a little slow. You got to kind of.
Hold on, let me see. Did y'all know Felipe Franks is signed to this team for another 2 to 3 years?
Right? Yeah. Felipe signed like a 30. They so sly and slick with that. I caught that Devontae. I don't know who called it, but we was going over the quarterbacks, and like I said, I don't remember who, but yeah, he had signed a 3-year contract for undrafted free agent. He was undrafted, and the Falcons gave him a 3-year deal. And and he's another one of those run pass option quarterbacks. Like again, we should have saw a lot of this coming. The difference between Felipe, he is an RPO guy, but he can sling that son of a gun. He can sling that thing. He's played in a traditional offense as well as an RPO because of his skill set. So he can sling it too.
The only thing about him is sometimes he gotta hit the broadside of a barn sometimes.
Right.
It's inconsistent in a motherfucker. I'm gonna just say
right.
That now.
He really is.
So he's pretty much like their project right now. But let's see. We got a couple more questions. I see everybody talking about hell no to Fitzpatrick. They like hell no to hell no to Gardner Minshew.
Somebody said, I think Drake London or Jermaine Johnson. And I know a lot of people were saying also, like, there's a, I mentioned Trayvon Walker, and then you got George. But y'all got to think about this. We're sitting at 8. I really see about 3 or 4 of those guys are going to be gone. So that's why I said Jermaine Johnson. Everybody's like, yeah, Jermaine Johnson is like the 4th best pass rusher. All those guys are going to be gone. The first one's going to be off the board is going to be Hutchinson. Why? The man is 6'7". He's definitely getting off the board quick. Definitely. And then everything else is going to just trickle down. So I was like, George might be there, and maybe. I just think we're gonna have to just settle for what we have at that spot. I got to remember that, like, all those guys are gonna be gone.
Right.
I don't care if Jermaine Johnson's the 8th or 10th. Like, if we had draft pick number 18, we would not be able to get him because he'll probably go on in the top 10.
Hold on. I wanted to hit this comment a minute. Say y'all not concerned with Drake London's speed, like bull slowest, but I don't give a damn how fast a wide receiver is. It's 2 things out. There's 3 things I want from him. Can he block in the run game? Can he catch the ball in traffic? And is he scared to go across the middle? If he has all 3 of those aspects, I don't give a shit about a 40. We literally had a whole team of wide receivers that ran about 4.4s and 4.3s last year and couldn't get off a jam press coverage to save their damn life.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind Drake London, but I just think that, I mean, he'll be good because he's 6'4", of course. But then what I'm looking at, honestly, is the Ohio State wide receiver tandem. I'm either looking at Garrett or I'm looking at Chris. That's just my opinion. Don't even think about mentioning that the Alabama wide receiver, James Wilson. Yeah, he's nice and all, but I'm over Alabama divas. I'm over it. I am.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I had to take the headphones off on their air right quick.
Yeah, Roddy was never. Okay.
But
Yes, we know Roddy wasn't that fast, but he was a possession receiver. He was awesome.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hold on. What the fuck?
Uh-oh.
No, I don't. My thing is, like, again, when we talk about drafting guys, and this is something that I'm going to continuously push, is because everybody's focused on the player in this individual, as far as an individual basis. Like, when we talk about drafting guys, you got to look at what you already have on the team and how you can get the best out of those guys. That's what we need to be focused on. This is the reason why we look at guys like Jermaine Johnson, Jordan Davis, and Drake London, because if you put Drake London alongside Kyle Pitts, now you don't have to worry about that speed. Now you got to worry about Drake London being that possession receiver, because we know Kyle Pitts can blow the top off of any type of defense. He's that fast. So it's still a value pick because you added another dimension that's going to be even more difficult for the defense to, because now the Tampa Bay, Carolina, New Orleans, now they got to find 2 big ass corners just to go right along with those guys. So you created a whole new dynamic for the NFC South to adjust to.
And we got a $4.99 from Rakonda. He said, man, build his team up, then get the quarterback. Johnson might go before some of these other pass rushers. And this is why we always say, you got to have a plan A, you got to have a plan B, and you got to have a plan C. Everybody's talking about all the big name players that could go on here. But are we talking about the other guys in here in the draft as well at those positions? And this is where we have to get to that mindset that, and well, I said this way, you have to get to that mindset where if your guy that you want ain't there, who's the backup plan in that position? Like I said, you could say Jermaine Johnson that he might not be there. Are you looking at a George Karlaftis? Are you looking at a Sam Williams? Are you looking at an Amari Barno? Are you looking at a Nick Benito? Are you looking at these type of guys like that? Because we get so caught up in looking at the superstar,
the big name
prospect,
yep,
that we always negate everybody else. And like I said, the realization is this is a deep defensive draft class. This is why I was against the Deshaun Watson trade. This is why I'm against the Kyler Murray trade. Because you can literally put cornerstone pieces here to fix one of your biggest weaknesses you done had on this team for the last 4 or 5 years. Just in this draft alone.
Yep, I agree. So gotta have a plan B or C. Like if Jordan, I know everybody wants another nose tackle to pair with, or just another tackle to pair with Grady. What happens when Jordan Davis is not there? Nobody has really thought about that. I mean, this what's crazy about this draft is there is multiple people on the defensive line that played on the same team. So like I know a lot of people, if Davis isn't there, you can go with his buddy. What's my man name? Is it Wyatt?
Yeah.
You can go with him.
Yeah, because they say his stock is dropping right now too.
You can go with Wyatt, and then you can do DeMarvin. You can do that. There's a couple of options that you can do. Really, there's one thing I will say is it's a lot of people coming from the same team. It's like that one year with Clemson. Y'all remember everybody on that defensive line, like the whole Clemson got chosen. It's almost like that.
Right. But like I said, we just have to get into it. And then, like you say, even when people wanted Kyle Hamilton, I'd have found plenty of safeties in this draft that gives you exactly what Kyle Hamilton can give you.
Exactly. Because you know what they're mostly looking at, right? They're looking at the height.
They're looking at the height.
Yep.
There's a guy in Miami, Ohio right now that got the same exact size that's actually bigger than Kyle Hamilton, who literally gives you the same skill set.
Right.
But he hits harder than this motherfucker. He's the hardest hitting safety in this draft.
Yeah, you can go.
He has one of the most un-Atlanta type names you would ever hear for a Falcon player to get drafted as.
You ain't talking about the guy from
Sterling Weatherford. That sounds like a Georgia Bulldog right there.
I thought you was gonna say Virginia because Virginia got some wild safeties coming out of the draft. See, like they have a bunch, like it's schools that have multiple, like players coming out of the same position. Like I think they got two. One of them is like Nick Grant, another Grant that's 6'3", and then I think they got another dude. I think his name was like Joey Blount or something like that. And they tall, so it's just like. There's many options.
Big ass safeties in this draft.
It's just about it really just about your plan going into it, because our plan could be get the best player, but the Falcons in this draft, we have two. All right, we're gonna look for guys who are gonna stop the run, or they're gonna rush the passer, or we're gonna get guys who can catch the ball or run the ball. Well. And that's like I said, it just depends on what, because a lot of times, well, like when you look at this free agency, you can clearly see that they went in with two things in mind: rush the passer and the ability to catch the ball. Those are the two things that they were focused on in this. They weren't worried about stopping the run, because they're stopping the run. You know, they would have. obviously sign more defensive tackles, but they didn't. And the one defensive tackle that they did, he's not necessarily a run stuffer. He's a 3-tech. He's almost like a Grady Jarrett. So you can kind of see what they're like. Again, I don't know what their vision is, and that's why we always had this motto on the show: we don't damn know.
Yeah,
we don't know.
K-Styles, I'm glad you said a big safety because that's something that Dean Pease did have when he was with the Ravens too. He had a lot of course, Ed Reed. We already know. I think at one point, I think he was still coaching with them, but I believe they had what's my man's name? Man, he be striking. He was striking with Tennessee too. Bernard Pollard. Y'all know that name?
Yeah, Bernard Pollard. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
For a little bit. He had another one too.
I forgot.
Well, I say Kevin Byard. He's one of those kind of guys.
I love Kevin Byard. Like he that's a no-fly zone. That's a no-fly zone with him.
Right. But yeah, like I said, we continue to start looking at more of these other positions here because, like I said, we got 1 week until the draft, so we can get all the anxiousness out of here. I'm gonna probably give y'all a freebie as far as somebody to look at. Like I said, I just said it. Sterling Weatherford. Yeah, y'all go check him out if y'all haven't seen him.
I got one too.
What you got for me?
If y'all didn't know, this is no April Fool's joke. I know we're still in April, but there's a guy that plays for Auburn, and he's a 6'3" freak. His name is Smoke Monday.
Smoke Monday.
This is no
Smoke
joke.
Monday.
There is a guy that plays safety. His name is Smoke Monday.
Smoke Monday.
Super good athlete. Super good. He got the agility. He got the speed. He got the body control. He is aggressive as hell.
Right.
Smoke Monday, ladies and gentlemen. This is no joke. Smoke Monday. Type it in on y'all YouTube after the show. Smoke Monday.
Yeah. So they got all these positions. Like I said, it's deep in defense this year. I'm not finna throw this all away over a quarterback. This is basically what we're saying. We ain't throwing this draft away for a goddamn quarterback. Plain as simple.
It really ruins your team when you put all your assets and finances on quarterback. That again, this is one of the main reasons why I'm saying fuck no, not hell no, fuck no to trading for any quarterback. Okay, I'm not trading for a rookie quarterback. I'm not drafting a rookie quarterback at 8, and I'm damn sure not trading for a 5'2" quarterback who looked like the football bigger than him. Ain't no way in hell I'm doing it. Okay. Every pass he rolling out. Every play he rolling out. I ain't never seen this man inside the pocket. Let's be real. Have y'all seen that man stand under the center, not run backwards 7 yards? Okay, I'm actually like standing in the pocket, take a 3-step jump and release it. Have y'all ever seen that?
Nah, I'm about to say he looked like crazy. He looked like that crazy frog phrase that all the kids used to like. That's what he looked like. He looked like Crazy Frog.
Look, bro. I'm not that man too little for me. I'm sorry, but I'm not giving up no 2 first-round picks for him. I'm sorry. He can be John Elway or whoever the hell, but he's gonna wear our tackles out because he's gonna constantly have to roll out with him. That's what you're getting when you get a Kyler Murray. You're gonna wear out your tight ends. You're gonna wear out your tackles, and like I said, at the end of the day, it's like, look, Jake Matthews, he's still a good tackle for the most part, but it's still shaky when it comes down to Lindstrom and Matthews. Until we get that situation rectified, I'm not trading for no damn quarterback. I'm not putting no quarterback. Look, Matt Ryan almost got fucking killed, bro. Let's just keep it 100. If it wasn't for God himself sending down the protective angels. Okay, I don't know what they name are, but them angels were with Matt Ryan. Okay, that man got hit almost him and Russell Wilson, those guys got hit by well over 400 or 500 times in the last couple of years or so, bro. Look, I'm not doing that to a young quarterback, bro. I just like it. It's not fair to them guys.
Somebody asked me who was that said that comment? Where's it at? Somebody said, it was Floyd. He said, where did Logan Paulson at? I think he went to Commanders or some shit. I don't know.
Who?
Yeah.
Logan Paulson.
Oh my God, I haven't heard that.
Talking about the tight end.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
All right. I'm about to say we got about a good 10, 15 minutes to go. Let's go ahead and get to the final one tonight. Like I said, Matt Ryan had a Bible with him. That's how he was able to survive. He had a Bible with him. No, damn that. He didn't have a Bible. He had a Quran with him. That boy became an Israelite. Boy, that's the only reason why he was able to damn survive last year.
Man.
That's hilarious, man. That's hilarious. Hey, K Styles, real quick. So I missed it in the chat, but I think I saw somebody put it. They said Smoke is from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think hey Mike, didn't Chauncey say he coached Smoke Monday growing up?
Yeah.
Yeah, if y'all know,
AJ Terrell, he had AJ Terrell for a little bit, not long, but he
right
Smoke
along with
Monday, man. I cannot wait till he gets in the league and play for some mine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm serious. That's gonna be a high selling jersey, I swear.
Right. Hey, so let's go ahead and get into the final topic for tonight. As y'all saw the news today, Denzel Ward has become the highest paid corner in NFL history today, with a 5-year, $100 million extension. And Mike just put a video out that said, what does that mean for AJ Terrell? First of all, I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. They ain't. I don't see them touching corner not once in this draft this year. They drafted all the secondary guys last year.
They do. They don't need to. They don't need to touch corner. I feel like right now the back end looks really good. There's a lot of guys rotating in and out. There's a lot of guys returning. Isaiah Oliver and a couple of new faces. So I really agree that we should not. I mean, we might grab a safety, like just rotation, like, and then no. Matter of fact, no. I take that back. No, absolutely not, because I totally forgot the signings that we had so far. Tabar, and then there's another corner, but they're like hybrid. They can play corner and safety. So I really don't see them drafting.
Are y'all on crack, bro?
What happened?
Like, are y'all really on crack?
Wow.
Huh?
Wow. Somebody really put
He literally it was one corner ranked higher than him this year, and guess who that guy was?
Yeah,
Miss Thing, okay? Miss Thing. That's who it was.
See,
AKA Jalen Ramsey, and y'all up here talking about this man ain't worth. Well, I'm That's my calm music. That's my calm music.
Oh my God, that is crazy. I've never heard that before.
Let me say it like that. Yeah, well, I can see where he's coming from. He's talking about he wants to see it. But what if AJ has that same exact year he had last year, this year? See, the issue.
No pass rush.
Yeah, he did with no pass rush. But here's the issue, though. The reason why you have some people that really looking at it like this is because they want Sauce Gardner so badly. And they know if they draft Sauce Gardner, they want him so badly.
Mm-hmm.
But the issue come down to it is, regardless if you say he ain't worth it yet, the market is up here now. By the time his time comes, that market is going up even higher.
I'm trying to figure out how the hell did anybody say he ain't worth it? Just like,
man.
Like, huh? Like, what the hell have you seen from anybody else that's like this that AJ ain't worth it? Huh? Like, huh?
Hold on, this is what he said. He said he hasn't made an impact.
How many sacks did we have last year? Can anybody?
18. He could have had that by himself.
18 sacks. I think that's the lowest of lows. And AJ Terrell had a grade of what we say, like the number 2.
Mm-hmm. Miss Thing was on the ground. Did y'all not? I'm sorry, J-Rock. Oh my God.
Miss Thing.
Oh my God. He was falling all on the floor. How is he better? Like, did y'all see that man in the playoffs? The man was on the ground more than it. Look, bro, he was on the ground more than they damn strippers in the crowd, bro. What are y'all talking about?
Yeah, it doesn't matter about the interceptions, really. I mean, it's all about like he shut down a lot of receivers this year. Believe it or not. It's not all about the interceptions.
I'll sit up now. Yeah, I'm gonna put myself on mute before I go crazy. Y'all go ahead.
Look, Trevon Diggs led the league in interceptions.
That's why I was getting ready.
He was the most targeted corner, and he gave up the most yards. So is that really a good thing or a bad thing?
Nothing. Not a thing.
If your opposing quarterback doesn't throw to your side, that means your corner is doing their job.
Doesn't mean
interceptions don't mean
he can have one interception. How many yards did he give up? How many touchdowns did he give up? None.
Right.
So overall, my final thing, I agree. I don't think we should get any corners, any more DBs. I feel like we cover that in the offseason a lot by us resigning, Eric Harris, and we got Tiz Tabar. He's a DB / safety. He's just a DB overall. And then you got Isaiah Oliver coming back. So like the rotation for our safeties are really good, and our whole DB as a whole is good. I don't really see us getting no more DBs. I think we're done. I think now we just need to focus on defensive ends. Like we got the main 2 corners right now. We got Casey on one side, we got AJ on one side. I think they're going to do very well together. And if you get a pass rush along with that, if you thought AJ Terrell was good last year, just imagine if the D line actually puts a lot of pressure, and then you got another corner that can match AJ Terrell now.
He gave up 417.
We got Mario. Forgot about him. Yep, Nathan.
He gave up 417 total yards in 17 games.
How many interceptions?
3.
That's why interceptions don't really matter.
50% completion percentage thrown against him. Now, if he's able to ascend that and get better with that,
which I think it will. I think, like I said, this is why I think the draft is perfect. This draft is perfect because we have a bunch of defensive line that we can pick. We can just keep loading up on that. We can load up on that and it actually shows and progresses during the season or the start of the season. We got two good corners. Like I said, we just need pass rush now. It's the final piece.
Oh, Dion is another corner that didn't have. Dion don't have a lot of interceptions like that either. Champ Bailey,
No, he
Dion, they
did
don't
not.
have a lot of interceptions because they weren't thrown through often.
Mm-hmm.
Interceptions don't really make you a great corner, my dogs. Okay, they don't.
Yep.
And if we're talking about, we don't have to worry about paying him, but to
Hey,
say AJ isn't worth it, it's just not a very smart. It's just not very smart at all. There's literally it was one person that was ranked higher than him, and his name was Jalen Ramsey. That's it.
Yeah, cause the way that comes off as is you're hoping AJ gets worse, so you don't have to pay him. That's
So you don't
bad.
have to pay him because he's getting 100 mil. He's getting 100 mil, bro. And this is why we can't take a Sauce. We can't take Stingley. We can't take any one of those DBs because if they end up being Pro Bowler, now we're gonna have to make a decision to get rid of one of our defensive linemen or our secondary guys. And oftentimes we're gonna end up getting rid of the corners because you need safeties in this league. More than you need. That might sound crazy, but you need safeties in this league more than you actually need corners. That's why you see Jalen Ramsey end up, Jalen Ramsey got traded, and you see a lot of corners being traded, but a lot of these big time safeties, they don't really go anywhere because they, with the exception of what's the guy in Seattle? He was probably like the only Pro Bowl safety that was traded. What's his name? I'll get it at some point. But yeah, safeties rarely, very seldom ever traded like that. Corners are traded. And I'm gonna have a big take, right? This is my take right now. I'm gonna say this: Jalen Ramsey is gonna be traded in a couple of years, making too much money. They've already got their Super Bowl. They don't really need him now. No,
I can
no,
definitely
not
see that
Earl.
happening.
He came from the Jets. I don't know why. Adams, Jamal, Adams. Adams ended up left. That was like the only safety in quite some time. When we talk about the elite safeties in the league, safeties don't move in the NFL like that. It's always the corners to go first.
Hey, look at here. Jalen Ramsey had one more interception than AJ Terrell.
We got, hey, look, they already put some good names in the chat already. They said Champ is another one. I agree. Revis is another one. Hey, guess what? I'm gonna throw in another legend, Rondé Barber. He didn't get a lot of interceptions.
Yeah, he didn't
only had like,
right.
The list goes on and on and on.
Right. Oh, look. Because remember, Jalen Ramsey got targeted 98 times with a completion percentage of almost 60 on him for 624 yards and 4 interceptions, while AJ Terrell got targeted 86 times, giving up 50 completion percentage for 417 yards.
Crazy.
Proof is in the pudding, man. The proof is in the pudding itself. It's not always interceptions.
Right. Because the thing is, you have to look at the way the corner is played. And a lot of people don't talk about it is it's not always the intercept. Like I said, if you're getting a lot of interceptions, that means you can make a play on the ball. But if you're getting tried on a daily basis, are you really that good?
Especially if you're getting cooked up by a simple double move by AJ Green. Y'all want to say Trayvon Diggs is the GOAT.
I done had to put it. Look, I done had to put a Trayvon Diggs.
Oh, he's a GOAT, all right.
I had to put him in his place. I like shit. How the hell you saying this is the best corner in the league, and he's giving up the most yards out of everybody?
everybody.
Constantly getting beat on double moves.
He was
Maybe like if it wasn't for the 11 interceptions, Trevon Diggs would have been the worst corner in this league.
Facts.
And 60% of his and about almost 50% of his interceptions came off of tip passes. So is that really something great?
Man,
a corner that the Cowboys had the year before, had a better year in Cincinnati. I'll go back there.
Yeah. There's a couple of corners that play like safeties, and to me, I feel like Jalen Ramsey doesn't really play. I mean, he can play corner. He just gives me safety vibes, just based on how he just pursues certain things, and the way he tries to tackle. He tries to, he tries to play like a safety a lot.
Right. Look, he said Diggs got a pick six, and on the next drive gave up a 78-yard touchdown. If I see a guy that's getting like 7 picks, I'm not throwing at him.
Right.
Bro, this dude had a game where he caught 2 interceptions in the game, and the quarterbacks were still trying him. What does that really tell you?
Oh man,
it's the quarterback's fault.
Right.
And it wasn't even the best receiver on that side.
And then most of the passes that he got were tipped. Most of them I've seen has been tipped, or he just been at the ball at the right time, randomly. Well, you can honestly say, and I will agree with this. I mean, you guys can, disagree or agree, but I feel like Trevon Diggs is having a similar, he had a similar type of season like AJ Terrell almost had. The reason why I would say this based off two seasons. First season where AJ Terrell was, decent. You can say the same thing with Trevon Diggs. Second season, he had, the interceptions, and then, AJ Terrell had his lockdown performance all year. So that's the only similarity I would have between the two. Like, their second year was pretty damn good. That's it.
The ultimate opportunist. Sam said best. The ultimate opportunist.
Some people just lucky, man. Ain't because they good. They're just lucky. Sometimes the ball just seems to always bounce that dude's way. Let's just keep it 100. Because he's always getting killed on those double moves. Always.
Hey, look. Remember how much we hyped up DeMonte KZ after that one season? He got his ass ran over by Ezekiel Elliott the very next year.
I was one of them who overhyped him.
We was all one of them. We ain't even gonna lie. I was one of them too. Them damn tip passes wasn't going his way, boy, and then got ran over by Ezekiel Elliott. Yeah, he was done after that. Hey, look, after Ezekiel Elliott made DeMonte KZ slide about 10 yards to the back.
Man, he made me embarrassed to be a Falcons fan after getting ran over. I was embarrassed to be a Falcons fan after seeing that.
I wish I could find that play.
How you gonna be lower than somebody and still get knocked out? Like, you still get the low man is supposed to always get this. Not that time.
Hey, look, have you ever seen? Hey, y'all remember Monte Brown when he used to do the pounce? The pounce finishing move. That's what Ezekiel Elliott did.
Yeah.
That motherfucker pounced his ass. That motherfucker.
He had the ropes on it.
Turned that motherfucker into Chicken George with that goddamn.
He used to be a football player too, I think.
Turned his ass into Chicken George. I think, goddamn.
That man said
Bro, I'm telling y'all, bro. Hey, man, shoot. Bro, Christmas was early for him, boy. That boy was sliding like he was on snow. I know he got hurt after that truck, but goddamn, bro.
That shit
Like
was hilarious. That shit made me
that
hurt.
shit was fucked up.
My neck, my back.
He said, bro, don't put me. He said, bro, don't put me on the line again. That's what he told him, though. Don't put me on that in that situation again. I just want to cherry pick off everybody. But
somebody said those Paul Warlow days were brutal. That wasn't that bad. Come on.
Nah, bro, come on.
What? Hey, look. I'm about to say, Paul Warlow.
You slow as hell. How the hell you gonna play corner? Yo, slow ass. You can't even get to. Nah, man. Like he was legit mad because he wasn't playing corner. Bro, you run like a 4.6.
Man, I ain't gonna say that don't really mean that. It's like, bro, you just wasn't a corner. You just wasn't the right fit at corner. You see why Dan Quinn didn't put your ass back at corner when you went to Dallas? Stuck his ass right at safety. Like, nah, mother. Yeah, everybody remember. Yeah, the alpha male Monty Brown. Yeah, the pounds.
I think that man played football, if I'm correct.
Yeah, he played football. I think he played for the Buffalo Bills, I think, back in the early 90s. I can damn tell by the way he used to pounce them motherfuckers, boy. Them motherfuckers used to fly out the ring. But, yeah, man. Paul Warlow was a tackling machine. But if you notice, most of his tackles were 6 yards down the field. So that's what the hell was he stopping?
And you got you got to think about this too. He had a buddy, Sean Weatherspoon. That's like we had good linebackers. It's like, dang, like we went through so many like crazy cores. I know somebody mentioned Keith Brooken. I forgot about Keith Brooken too.
Keith Brooken couldn't cover worth a damn.
Yep, couldn't.
And I like Keith Brooken, but he couldn't cover worth shit. He couldn't cover worth shit at Georgia Tech. What the hell made you think he was gonna cover worth a damn? Because if you notice how those Falcons team was during those Keith Brooken days, they could stop the run well, but they was kind of against the pass. So they used to tear them linebackers up in the passing game. And then you got D'Angelo Hall, who think he's the fastest guy in the world, getting burnt by Hines Ward with one shoe on, and getting burnt by Mike Furry, who decided to play his very first game at wide receiver, burn the shit out of. That motherfucker was a backup quarterback that played wide receiver and burnt the shit out of D'Angelo Hall. Hines Ward lost his fucking cleat on the get off and burnt D'Angelo Hall.
Yeah, Hines Ward wasn't no damn joke.
He wasn't no joke. But he tried to rely so much on his damn speed that he ended up fucking his whole damn legacy up down here. Let's go ahead and start winding it down, man. Start getting final thoughts. Like I said, we definitely appreciate everybody tuning in. Like I said, y'all make sure y'all continue to support your boy Sis Man K Styles as well as Mad Mike Sports. Go ahead, J Rock, let you go ahead and plug away what you got going on for them, so let the folk know what they getting themselves into.
Follow me on Twitch at JRock for Life. Follow that Mad Mike Discord as well.
Yeah. But yeah. So final thoughts of the night. We got 1 week to the draft. We don't damn know what the hell's gonna happen. We thought they was gonna attack this offseason one way. We just got through a whole 180. Somebody gonna be mad when this first pick comes for the Falcons, because it's gonna be one camp that wants a wide receiver, it's gonna be one camp that wants a quarterback, there's one camp that's gonna want defensive end, there's one camp that wants a defensive tackle. So somebody's gonna be mad. And also, rest in peace, Ed Jasper. That's a damn shame, man. We losing a lot of people real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Archie Eversole, shout out to Atlanta United for the tribute they did for him. Lost Ed Jasper, and then we recently just lost DJ K-Slay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, everybody enjoy your life, man. You don't know when it's time to come. Be grateful you could wake up and breathe another day. That's one of the biggest blessings we all can have as human beings is shit, just waking up, being able to do it all over again. For what a lot of people don't know about K-Slay, K-Slay had COVID, and he had been in the hospital, and he was kind of struggling with it for a while, and it finally just kicked over, man. He couldn't recover.
Mm-hmm.
So, this shit is insane, bro. But RIP to those guys. RIP to everybody. Until next time, like I said, we here. We ain't here to play. We here to stay.
Damn, I can't say nothing. Damn.
See, payback is a bitch, huh? That's how you did me last time.
In the damn
Go
show.
ahead, man.
All right, everybody, get y'all ass out. K-Style,
Mike.
He kicked me out the damn show. All right, bye, y'all. Bye, everybody. Adios, amigos.
Mike, calm your. Hey, Mike, go ahead. What you got, man? That's how you did me last time.
Good, no, we good, man. Just reiterate what you just said. I guess everybody tell me shut the hell up. I talk too much. Hey man, I appreciate it.
That's your little brother trying to goddamn egg your ass on. That's little brother trying to egg everybody on.
He always
do the saying.
I don't know. They say I don't know. I don't know if anybody else got anything to say.
No, that's it, man. I ain't have nothing to say. I just want
anything else, J-Rock.
No, I gotta do the thing, man. Come on, man. What we doing?
We ain't here to play. We here to stay.
Wait.
You ain't got to go home. But come on, Mike.
You gotta get the hell out of here.
Deuces.
Damn, J-Rock, he really left that mama guy. Come on.